Hello, welcome to Edie Talks. I haven't done this in 2 weeks, so I've been trying to record this, but it's not fun. It's not fun, okay? I can't speak anymore. I don't know how to speak anymore, you guys. What the heck? It's been 2 weeks. So yeah, last week's episode accidentally got deleted because I was clearing my computer for more space. I ran out of space, you guys. What the heck? And so I was deleting a bunch of videos. I was deleting all the old videos, to be honest. And then, there was no backup file. Don't be me. Back up your files. I should have backed it up on an external hard drive, but it's okay, whatever. So yeah, last week's episode did not come out. And so, this week was supposed to be Alien Stage unboxing. However, my package has not arrived. My people have not responded to me. My package is still in my Korean address. I need them to respond to me. I need them to respond so they can send it out. Please, I need my package. I need my Alien Stage. I need my Ivan tail. Anyways, this week, we're gonna talk about VTuber debuts and the prep that goes into thinking about all of these. And it's gonna start from the very, very, very beginning, before you even have like your VTuber model. Okay, before you even have a VTuber model. So yeah, let's get started. I just dumped a bunch of information into like this Notion template. So let's just go over it, I guess. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this, okay? Brain empty, it's hot, it's late, what the heck, it's 11. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna try to go through this quick. I like having a calendar view, so I put a calendar in here, so you can add in all your dates, like all your tasks and dates, and plan out your whole debut, so you know exactly what the timeline is and have a visual aid for it. I'm a very visual person, so I like having the calendar. So, whoops. Really getting some messages, bros. Okay. Yeah, so I like having the visual aid of a visual calendar where all the tasks are put on to it. And I can see exactly what date, what is due, what date, and plan it out like that. Okay. So there's a calendar. If you don't like it, you can just bloop, 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 bloop. You can just delete it. You can just delete it. You can do whatever you want to the template. I just dumped a bunch of information and you can go through it. Here's the table for all the debut stuff that you need to plan, and down here is a task. It's connected to the table, okay? So if you want to just go from the planning stage, you can just click that. And then boom. Boom. You can do that. Or you can just click it down here. Oops. Planning. And this is like the very, very, very beginning planning. So if you haven't thought about it at all and you're just curious, you can always come to this task and open it up, and there's a bunch of information in here. It's mainly just my thought process about where to start with all of this, you know. And for me, I like to figure out and prioritize what items that I will absolutely need for the debut, versus what items are just a would like / optional and can purchase in the future. And you can set your budget range. That's important because a lot of VTubers find themselves in debt or spending way too much money on their model, and absolutely understand that, because that's your baby, you know. That's what you're gonna use. That's gonna be the thing that represents like you. So I absolutely understand. However, I think a lot of people, maybe not so much currently, because I think the trend has absolutely died down. A lot of people have tried it and left or moved on into a more professional setting, you know. But if you're curious now and you still want to get started, always good to set your budget range. I started out pretty much for free. I'm still for free. The only thing I paid for were the rigging because I did not want to learn Live 2D. So I paid for the rigging and I drew my model, and then I also paid for the emotes. I wanted some cute emotes and I found a really cute artist that I like. So I got with a like good range, good price. That was not too much for me, so I just got some emotes as well. But emotes are I'm gonna go through my list. Okay, I'm gonna go through my list for reference of things that are absolutely needed versus optional, things you can think about for the future, you know. Okay, but yeah, set your budget and try not to go over it unless you find like an artist that you absolutely want to work with or something. Then you can potentially just save up and then move your debut date back and stuff. So yeah, planning. I'm gonna put that on here. Okay, what's your timeline to get everything done? There, that's the okay, perfect. I was like, did I forget to put that? Okay, what's your timeline to get everything done? Setting a deadline for your debut date can help you figure out like when you need your assets by and help you better plan along with your budget. Yeah. Yep. Prioritize what is needed. So my list for reference, the needed is pretty much your model, either a Live 2D or PNG, but I think most of the planning in the next section where the model is pretty much for a Live 2D. I haven't worked with 3D yet, so I don't know how that planning will go either. Usually you just send it out to a model. You would probably need a like turnaround page or a reference page where it shows all sides of your character, so the modeler will know how to create the front, back, blah blah. Anyways, yeah, but for this one, I'm primarily focusing on a Live 2D model. So do with that what you will, I guess. I don't know. This is too serious. How do I make this fun? I don't know. And also brain empty. Okay, anyways. Needed number 2, overlays. They don't need to be custom. You can find them for free, okay? But custom overlays are nice. You know what? No, okay. I'm gonna keep that on needed because you absolutely... Well... Do you absolutely need overlays? You don't need maybe. Huh. You technically don't need I'm gonna move that. Well... Should it be moved, guys? Okay, you know what? This is my list. So, my list, overlays are needed. My list, overlays are needed. However, it could be optional. It could be optional because you can get them for free. Or you can just put, if you're primarily gaming, you can literally just full screen your game on screen. You can put chat somewhere on the side. You don't need a chat box. And then it's just your model. You technically don't need overlays. Okay. Okay. Scenes. Like the opening, waiting screen, ending screen. Technically also not needed. However, nice to have. I wanted it. I don't have these scenes. I just use free ones. Okay, yeah, I use free ones that I created. So, scenes optional. Technically. However, that was on my needed list. Promotional material. I actually didn't really do this. I didn't really do that much promotion. I just started a Twitter. I just started a Twitter and a YouTube page and just went with it. Because I wasn't really planning on debuting per se. So yeah. You know what? Okay, this is my list for like a professional debut. Okay, this is like my needed list for a professional debut. I would say, yeah, promotional material. It can be screenshots of your model with some text, just like fun screenshots, and you can put blah blah, I don't know, some text on it, or like your debut day, come check it out, things like that. You can commission illustrations, videos, you can make shorts. Yeah, some of the examples I put on the document, the template, is pretty much model reveal images, your turnaround reference sheet, short model videos, an introduction video, probably just your character saying hi, you know, like the fun edits where it's like, oh, showing off your model and then your debut date, you know. Yeah. And then, yeah, it's just fun. Whatever you want to do as a teaser for your character, as a teaser for your debut day, as a teaser for like what kind of streams you plan on doing, blah blah blah. Optional for me, optional is debut and lore videos, because those can be pretty expensive. If you don't have the budget for it, then it's very optional. And also depends on what you like as well, because some people really like building their character, building the story, building worlds, and I think for those people the debut and lore video might be absolutely needed, you know. If you plan to continue kind of building that as a part of your streams, that as a part of your story online for your character, then yeah, maybe your debut and lore video is needed. And then cover songs. Not everyone is a singer. You don't need a cover song. Just focus on your strengths and make videos based on that, you know. You don't need a cover song. You don't need to do it. Don't need to stress yourself over it as well. And then optional scenes, like a BRB screen or maybe your transition stingers. You don't need it. You can find free ones. You can make your own backgrounds. You don't need a room unless you really want it. Yeah, you don't need a room. Other assets. Yeah, I put backgrounds on here again. I don't know why. Animations, hand and clothing assets, blah blah blah. They can enhance your stream depending on, yeah, what you plan to do. Again, everything is what you plan to do. Oh, my throat's already dying. What the heck? Okay. So I kind of pretty much recovered from my sickness. However, if I use my throat too much, I still get a lot of like phlegm, and then I start coughing. I start coughing still. I don't like this. So that's why I haven't been really able to sing as well. So unfortunate. Hopefully it goes away. I don't know if it's like a side effect or a lasting. I hope it's not a lasting effect, because I will claw at my throat. But anyways, good things to prep for later. Emotes, yeah, maybe once you get like monetized on your streaming site, then you're gonna need emotes to use with your fans, with your watcher viewers, with your chat. That's just a fun thing to have. I mean, you don't need the emotes, but I feel like that's just very common streamer culture. So emotes, good to prep for later when you have viewers, you have monetization, and donation alerts. Also, again, not needed. I think you can just get free ones from the site. I don't know. I feel like if you use Streamlabs or something, they usually have options available. I don't know. Options and sounds, images and sounds available, so maybe you don't need the donation alerts. Other things, maybe if you're using Twitch, then panel images, always good to prep for later. You can always just customize, like do fancy text on the Twitch thing. Let me see, actually. For me, I just made it on Canva. Or no, actually, pause. This is my about page. Ta-da! I don't know how it goes. Ugh, it's so ugly right now. What the heck? Okay. It depends on the computer screen. Usually my screen's a little wider, however... Okay. Oh, what the heck? Ugh, this is so not right. This is not correct right now. Okay. Bro. Why are you here? Does that? No. It looks better. Okay. I'm just gonna... I'll fix it later. Anyways. Yeah. You can just do like simple text, like... You can just do text plus text. You don't need the images. You can create the images on Canva. Yeah. It's all up to you. All up to you. You can do fun panel. You can find free assets. I don't know. All up to you. All up to you. About this task. Okay, this one's for budgeting. You're gonna add what you need in here. So model, Illustrator, Live 2D Rigger, overlays, blah blah blah, whatever else you need. And you can put in your artist name. I put in a due date and then the status and if you paid for it or not, and then the cost. Payment method, you can add in notes, and I think those are the important things for me. However, you can edit it to your liking, you know. Model planning. I think this is the fun part. Trying to decide what you want to be, and for me, I don't know. I can't draw that well, so I just try to make something simple, you know. For the planning, these are just some things that I think you should think about, and then also this person, Yam Albat, I think they took down the video that they created accompanying the worksheet, but the worksheet is still up, and I think it's such a good worksheet. To think about personality traits, content genre, your target audience, and... Ooh, can you click on that? Yeah, I think this is such a good worksheet. Okay, you can watch the video. I don't have to talk about it anymore. Yeah. I'm so bad at talking now. Why? You need to practice more. Okay. Let's go, Edie. Let's go, Edie. Let's go. Okay. Yep. Think about what will make you memorable, recognizable traits, blah blah blah. Things that will help you stand out. And in your good things to include in your document to the artist, things that will make it easier for them to work I don't know. Like some artists prefer a more open, like open to their interpretation. However, they're gonna need some details, and you can talk to your artist about this, like, oh, what do you want? However, I think these are all good things to think about when preparing for your character, because maybe you have certain traits and stuff that you would like specifically. So you can put in a short introduction about your character, and this will just help, I guess, the artist also kind of figure out what, if they know what type of character you are, then it might be easier for them to make different expressions for you, like, oh, I think this expression will suit you well, blah blah blah. And then reference images, always use reference images. Like, I think, I don't know, for me, the more details you include about your character, the easier it is for the artist to work on your character and kind of capture what you have in mind. And then I think you can always just leave it up to the artist to kind of create the character for you. However, yeah, I think the more details you put, the better it is for them. The more inspiration you can give them, you know? And then if you can draw and you have like a very specific image in mind, then you can always draw it out and sketch rough art for the artist, you know? And I think that would just make their job even easier, because they just have to kind of add on to yours and create the final product for you. And then body type reference. Yeah. How tall is your character? Okay, I'm gonna do that. Height. I mean, you don't need to put weight. It's just height, lean, or chubby. Either chubbier. Yeah, there. Body, any other distinctive features for the body? I don't know. Like, do you have light muscles? Do you have bigger booba? Do you have bigger hips? Yeah, you can put a body type reference in there. Or, I mean, if your artist is, you like your the artist is like specific, like if you find a specific VTuber artist that you like and they only make like one body type and you're okay with that, then it's fine. Probably don't have to put a body type reference. Pose reference. However, I think height might be good to add in so they know how like long to make you. Like if you want like a smaller character but they typically draw the bigger characters, then I don't know, yeah, you should put your height in there. Pose reference. Think about your body pose, like arm pose, leg pose. You can combine the pictures, like different pictures, to create one pose, because maybe one like reference won't get your idea across. And then yeah, do you want your character to be facing forward like everyone? Maybe 3/4. I've seen some cool kind of side facing characters. I don't know, up to you. And then I just put this on here for PNGs. You only really need 2 poses and expressions, one for when you're idle and one for when you're speaking. So usually I think people just do like mouth open, mouth closed, and then maybe like the pose will change a little bit, like, oh, when it's idle it's just like normal, very I was gonna say motionless but expressionless. And when you are talking, it's like mouth open, super excited type of expression. So yeah. Face references for your expressions. Yeah, figure out how many expressions you want and then find some good references for it. Like what do you want it to look like? I know you can just put down like what expressions you want, but maybe you want your expressions to look a certain way, because not all expressions maybe right for your character, you know? Maybe your artist doesn't have... Yeah, the artist won't have like as good of a grasp on your character as you do yourself, because it's you. It's gonna represent you. So I think finding the expression references that best represent yourself will be good. You can use your own face if you want. I know some people have sent in like their own like body type, their own like face as reference for the artist. So we used to do that when we were making like games as well. Like sometimes we couldn't find the perfect pose that we wanted online, so we'll just take a picture ourselves and send it in, and that was fun. That was fun. And kind of, yeah, that was really funny. It's really funny to look back on. I wish we still had the pictures. That was great. Yeah, pretty much just finding a bunch of references. I just put in a bunch of like, clothing, accessories, color palette, eye inspiration. I'm gonna go through these faster. What toggles you need, you can let the artist know, and then yeah, for the toggles, it's pretty much figuring out what toggles you need, and then you let the artist know. And usually if they've already worked on VTuber models, then they'll know how to separate it. However, sometimes if you find an artist that has never worked on a VTuber model, then they're gonna need a little more guidance, you know. So you're gonna need to maybe talk to your live 2D artist if you also don't know how the separation should be. However, yeah, figuring out what toggles you need will help you decide that, because there are like the regular set of toggles. I mean, there are a regular set of separation you need, like head, neck, body, blah blah. And then there's the clothing accessories that will need a different type of like separation for it to move like more smoothly, blah blah blah. So you're gonna have to talk to your artist. You're gonna have to talk to your live 2D. There's so much that goes into this, so it's a whole process, bros. I like to think about it. But it might not be, not everyone's into it. So you should find people who you work well with. Yum yum yum. Model illustration. Yeah, this is pretty much just a checklist to do. You can check it off. And then this, I just added in this section for possible artists you want to work with, and good to choose like maybe 3 artists in case like your first one doesn't work out. Then you can ask your second and third, doing your top 3, you know. You can ask all 3 of them at once, and then maybe you can figure out who you want to work with the most when you talk to them. Because sometimes maybe their timeline doesn't work with your timeline, and then it's always good to have just more artists to work with, and you compare with like cost as well. And good things to think for later. Reference sheet, you can commission someone else. You can commission your mama. Yeah, usually the model and designer illustrator can do this for you at an additional cost. However, maybe you want to purchase the reference sheet from someone else. And yeah, so these are just some good references for character separations. And then I also added in some recommendations for my art friends. Please check them out and commission them if you like them. Live 2D This is also just a checklist like, oh, send the final PSD out to your live 2D rigger, make sure model works as intended, and then just more things for you to think about for this task, and also finding your possible artists, riggers. I've only worked with one rigger. Well, I mean, technically, I've worked with some for the people I've helped, but this is my papa, so please check him out. He has good pricing. He has good rigging. I would say like I'm one of his older models, so might not move as much as his newer model, so you can check it out. I also ordered one of the cheaper packages because I mean I didn't know. You know, I've had this model for like how many years? Or like 2 years maybe, and so this is a very old model and I'm just using it because I need to make use of it. Sorry, Papa. Sorry, Papa. I am making use of ED. Okay, so I'm making use of this. I already paid for it and I don't have money for another thing. But yeah. Yep. I recommend Holt. He's been upgrading his rigs and he's been learning a bunch of new things, so I do recommend. He's also very nice, so very communicative, and if you don't know anything about live 2D rigging, he does know a lot, so he'll probably guide you through the things as well, just like he did for me because I drew my model, so there were a lot of maybe separations that weren't fully separated to what he needed for the rigging. So yeah, he just kind of talked me through it, and then if I have any questions, even now, he'll still answer it for me. So I recommend Mr. Holt. And model testing, this is just some notes for you to look out for, like is there any clipping on the model, any awkward movements that you don't like. You can ask for it to be made like smoother, or maybe like features look weird on the face, they don't look how you want them to look, blah blah blah. Maybe you want a different, like, I don't know, eye zoom, like toggles, any toggles you want set, you can ask your rigger to help you with that. Yeah, blah blah blah. Maybe there are some like jewelry or clothing items that they forgot to rig, so you can always talk to them about it. And then assets, okay, I'm not gonna go because all of these are pretty much the same. They just have like a bunch of information, questions, checklists for you to go through, and I added in what I would think about for the people I've helped with. How would I say this? You know what? This is what I would think for people who are doing this professionally. However, you can adjust it to how you want, okay? So I just put in a bunch of things. They might not all be correct. You know, like, I think because I was working on this pretty late some nights, then some of these might, I don't know. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. I was probably sleepy when I'm working on this. However, yeah, there are just a bunch of things for you to go over and think about, and then blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm just repeating myself now because it's getting it's getting late and I'm losing it. Help me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I don't know. I'll try to answer them. I try to go into it for the very new streamers, people who have never touched a stream before. I try to, but it might not be good, okay? So you might have to look into some things just more yourself, because I didn't go all the way into like, if I really wanted to. Oh, no, I'm too lazy. That's why I just set it up the way it is. For each of these tasks, you can also set your blah blah blah, like, oh, I'm brainstorming, preparing, or you're done with this, then yeah, not started. You can change your priority, like, oh, this asset is more important to me than this task. Like, this task is more important to me than this task. Do with this what you will. But I don't know. It's free. It's free. It's free. I am absolutely losing it. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, hopefully next week I can actually talk. I can talk again because this week was not it. This was not it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My brain is not braining. Okay. What did I want to say? What did I want to say? Na 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 na. I think that might be it. That might be it. Good luck on your VTuber debut. Yeah, okay, if you have any questions, just ask in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. You can also ask on Twitter. I don't see the messages. If I'm not following you, I probably won't see your message. Because I just get a bunch of random messages from bots. So, I don't check that. But, you can send me a comment on Twitter. You can send it to me on Marshmallow if you can find my Marshmallow link. Yeah, I think that might be it for today. Thanks for watching. If you want to support me, you can send funds on Coffee. Is it Coffee? Ko-Fi? What is it? Coffee. I say coffee because it's like always buy me a coffee. And check me out on Coffee. And then I'm gonna stick with Coffee. G Fuel. I have an affiliate code, so if you want to purchase something and use my code, then that supports me as well. I get a portion of your purchase. However, right now, I will say that G Fuel has a buy one get one free deal. So I would say take advantage of that. That's a really good deal. Take advantage of that. But I don't have like a link, so that's fine. I don't care. Just it's just a good deal, so you can use it. And yeah, I have a bunch of. If you click on my card, I also have a bunch of other affiliate links that if you want to support, if you want to support the 80, please check it out. Please check it out. And yeah, if my alien stage stuff does not come in by next week, then I think I'm gonna talk about job hunting. What are your dreams? What is your dream job? I think I've worked like multiple dream jobs already. I'm tired. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like, your girl does not want to work, but your girl needs money. So she's, what do I do? What do I do? Suffering. This is my mental state right now. Suffering. That's it. That's it. Before I fall asleep in front of my computer. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Good night. I'll see you next time. And we will talk more. Yes. Good. Goodbye. It's the Naruto Shippuden XG Fuel flavor and bottle. So let's try it. This is the Pomelo White Peach flavor, and we're gonna go into sage mode with this because right now is that time of day where, you know, you get super tired. I'm super tired and I just want to hop in bed and take a nap. But your girl gotta get work done. So this is the energy formula, and we're gonna have a sip. We're gonna have a sip and get back to working. Okay, it is time for the taste test. Woo! Okay, so first impressions. This is so good. This is so good. Highly recommend. Get yours today.